Message
And
retracted. That's not good.
says we're live.
Yeah, lies.
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon. It is afternoon, most places.
More or less. Do we really mind?
Yeah. Start off with a quick one that spun in up already today.
Mm,
In the last year, we've had 5,466 views of this chat. And this is interesting. The top channels are the U.S., Japan, and the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
I just.
So,
Do we know anybody in the Netherlands?
depends on where Sarah et al. Are connected to.
Oh, whereabouts in their
Yeah.
point.
Hey, Steph. Everybody, good to see you. Yeah. Eggnog, homemade with dark rum. Yes, there is a rather interesting recipe from George Washington
Oh,
for
that's
eggnog.
that's going to be heavy on the booze.
Oh, God, yes.
Founding fathers. Woo!
Yeah, they could drink.
God, no kidding, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like a pint of bourbon, a pint of rum, a pint of sherry, I think, or port.
Is that a drink or an antiseptic?
Yeah. Plus a dozen eggs, milk, yet,
So on and so forth.
and.
So
Yeah.
on and so forth.
Yeah. One of those, and I'd be crawling out of the place.
No kidding.
One of the things been watching the news, as I think most of us have, about yeah, it's especially good if you hold the eggnog. Yes, that's true. Safer than water. Yes, that's true too in most places.
In Africa.
Yeah. Hey, Sarah. As you can see, we have not changed the background. We do not have a point of contact yet because Jonna has not deigned to come back to town yet.
Yeah, John is still behind enemy lines. So.
You know, booze, you don't care what else.
Hello for the blanket fort.
Yes. Yes, Koala, that is correct.
Enough booze, you don't care about anything.
Yeah. As long as it's not tequila. Me and tequila do not get along.
Jägermeister.
Man, I just totally lost that train of thought.
Jaeger will do that to you.
Yeah, I don't know where the hell that one was going in the first place. I really and truly lost it.
We were talking about
hey, Holly.
Netherlands.
Yes, Netherlands. Earlier in the chat, there was a discussion about ice. And Sanford chimed in that ice was just plain evil. Well, yes, that's true. But the purest ice in the world occurs at the North and South Poles. Okay. Because by the time it gets to the surface, it is absolutely 100% pure because everything has been leached out of it.
And it's too far and too cold for me to pick it up, so I don't care.
Yeah, but that's the color blue is very, very interesting because it's almost a violet. It's this shade of blue in the ice and just brilliant. Whole bottle of rum and a half gallon of eggnog. Oh,
holy crap.
Yeah. Not talking about black ice. That's a whole different subject.
That's a whole different. I'm from the Panhandle. We don't discuss black ice. No. Bad. We need to get John back from behind enemy lines, by the way.
Hopefully tomorrow. One of the things I do want to hit, since Sarah is on here, I am on the last chapter of RimWorld number 4. It will be out before Christmas. Yellow Snow, yes, that is worse. Steph. Yeah, the book will be out before Christmas. New Englanders drink. What else are you going to do up there in the winter? It's snow up to the ass of a tall moose.
Fog ice is pogo nip.
Yeah. That depends on what part of the country you're in. They don't call it pogo nip back east.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah. But anyway, I know where I was. Somewhere in there. Watch out where the Huskies go. Oh, yeah.
If your ice isn't a white, don't eat it.
Yeah.
Just simple as that.
Yeah. I think we've all been watching what was going on in Kentucky and Tennessee, Arkansas, up through that area. And they came out with a report this morning that apparently there was a supercell which spawned a major tornado that was at least a half a mile to a mile wide, stayed on the ground for 227 miles. It never picked up.
Woof.
And they are now thinking there was a second tornado inside the first one, which is why they have not come out and given a value for the EF raid.
Oh, is anyone else having problems with the connection? Chris says his isn't good.
No. Everybody else looks like not seeing anything in comments. Newfoundland. Yeah, been there, done that.
Newfoundland?
Yeah.
How do you find Newfoundland?
We flew out of there.
Or didn't fly out?
Yeah. Mostly anyway, legally. But the sad part is the tops were at least 45 to 47,000 feet. And for those of you that don't track that kind of stuff, that is just absolutely amazing. There was a video that I got sent, taken by some airline guys, or I say airline, some pilots. They were up at 450, 45,000. And they were in Memphis and took video, and you could see the storm was at their level, and it was still straight up on the sides.
Wow.
Because normally what happens when you get a thunderstorm, it gets what they call an anvil head. It gets slapped off by the winds aloft, and that didn't happen. Right now, they're saying 76 dead. They've got another 100 and some odd still missing. I think 109 still missing. Yeah, Jerry, y'all got hit pretty hard in Bowling Green, and just glad y'all are okay. But that's the power of Mother Nature. And I'm going to say this has nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with global warming.
Oh, they already, somebody already hammered that.
Yeah.
There was some talking head just running his holster.
Yeah.
Regarding, oh my God, last 20 years, E4, E5,
Yeah.
whatever, EF5 tornadoes. And somebody went and I think pulled, if I remember right, 1954 to 1974.
Yeah.
And there were 30 more E or F4 tornadoes.
Yeah. So no, it's not global warming. It's just, bad luck.
It happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Sanford, the Newfies are interesting people. You want to talk about hardy and drink. The only ones that I know that drink more than Newfies, hey, Jet, are the Icelanders.
Scottish.
No, the Icelanders actually outdrink the Scots.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah. 2.2 gallons per person in Iceland. That's man, woman, and child.
Oof.
Yeah. Hey, you got to have something to get the lutefisk down with. Yeah. Any other interesting news on my blog today? I put up a follow-on to the who are the fact checkers, and Microsoft, Facebook has now admitted
in court documentation,
in court documents, that they're opinions.
Yep, they're just opinions. You can't hold us accountable for this because they're just opinions.
And well, they're third party.
Ass weasels. You have shadow banned, outright banned, and tossed me in a cooler multiple times for violating these.
And away we go.
My bad.
No, keep going.
For violating your opinion checks.
Yeah.
It's a fact check. And if I see, do you know how many 24 essential cooler time I've gotten?
Yeah.
Because they're idiot fact checkers, which is not a fact check, it's an opinion.
Yeah. I know.
Bloody hell.
No, Akavi. No. that licorice shit, you can keep it.
Makes decent lighter fluid.
Yeah. The best lighter fluid I've ever seen is Uzo.
It even smell good burning.
It burns with a blue flame and it tastes like licorice.
Doesn't even smell good burning. And I like licorice. One of the few people around here that likes licorice.
Yeah. But the other thing I want to talk about just for a minute to kind of kickstart.
Oh yeah.
Counterfeit books. Now, John Van Stry, who's a good friend of ours, went after and spent a butt ton of money.
Of his own money. And some from a GoFundMe that he started. No, bless his heart.
Yeah. Which I contributed to. And I know quite a few others.
Yeah, I think I did too. I remember right.
That went after a pirate site. Well, this is not pirates. This is just flat out counterfeiting books. And this happened to Miranda Devine, who is the author of a book exposing the Hunter Biden laptop. The interesting thing is that her book was counterfeited, cover and all, and listed for sale on Amazon.
1 day before the official publication.
Yeah, 1 day before the official publication, and reached number 9 as a bestseller in the genre. However, it only had 124 pages compared to 224 and was supposedly independently published as opposed to being published through Post Hill Press, which is her actual publisher. And the other interesting part was the spelling on her name in the counterfeit. Mm-hmm. It was Devan, not Devine.
Yeah, it's Miranda Devon or Devian is the counterfeiter. It's also $1 more. It's $20.99, while hers is $19.99.
And the other flurry, if you will, was the number of summary books that were put out supposedly about the laptop.
Yeah.
From hell.
Which they're just cut and paste hack things with a thrown together cover and a cut and paste of the actual book.
Yeah.
And republished.
And apparently there are at least 8 of them have been published. Some, again, before the actual publication date. But the best one...
People are making money hand over fist, and the author whose brain sweat this all isn't getting a dime.
Yeah, the best one is A Summary of Laptop from Hell by Miranda Devine by Sam Summary. Yeah. Right.
Celebrity spokesmodels where?
Yeah, damn sure not talking about us.
Not us. No.
Good homemade corn whiskey. Yes.
Good homemade corn whiskey.
Yeah. Well, the best I ever had was the sheriff of the parish over in Louisiana. Still had been in operation for 42 years.
Well, they'd just gotten the patina off the radiator.
He was not using a radiator. Mm. His daddy was the sheriff when he built it, and it did not use a radiator. It was all copper.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. And by the way, good moonshine will take varnish off a dresser. Trust me.
Good moonshine will take varnish off your teeth.
Yeah. Yes, Jet, that quilt is Jonna's mother's. It's not actually a quilt. It's a cover.
Quilt topper?
Quilt topper, yeah.
Apparently it's for sale. J. Hayden Creatives at gmail.com.
Oh, okay. It's J as in a letter J, HAYDEN.
Creatives.
Creatives, all one word, at
gmail.com. And we're supposed to be having a different quilt topper as a backdrop every time, but like I said, John is behind enemy lines right now, and I am not getting anywhere near that woman's quilts.
I want to live to see another day.
I've already had one little old lady jump my butt about a hat, so.
Well, she got me today too, so don't feel bad.
Hayden, not Hayden.
HAYDEN Creatives.
Yeah, you got an extra A in there, Scooter. Um, Husky Hat Company in Ichipaw is a relatively famous little hat store, and Miss Stanley was the owner.
Yeah.
And has been a fixture there for almost 50 years.
Yeah.
I made a mistake of saying 50 years, but it's just 46.
Yeah, I made a mistake of saying that. She chewed my butt and said, "No, it's only 46."
And she has fit so many. That Husky Hat Company was where I went in there to have something done to my hat, like you do. And I got to talking to this lean old boy on the counter. Turns out it was what's his name? Dude, what's his name? Pro Rodeo Cowboy Hall of Fame inductee, who I've been shooting the shit and shooting the crap and swapping rodeo tails with for an hour. And I realized that this guy's pretty much a rock star in the cowboy world.
Mayhand.
I don't remember.
Yeah, probably Mayhand.
Dude, now I gotta look it up. Hang on a second.
Anyway, I went in there, took my hat in to get it cleaned, which is something you should do if you have decent cowboy hats.
Oh God, yes.
And she proceeded to look at me and go, "Now that brim's not right. Here, give me that hat." And she fixed it, put it on the head.
Dude Smith.
Dude Smith, yeah.
Dude Smith.
He's another one.
Died 2 years ago, apparently.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Holy crap.
Oh
dear.
She takes it back off. Just give me the hat back. Take it off, hand it to her. She plays with it.
Yeah, she doesn't use forms or anything. She will hand crease your hat for you.
Yeah.
And gets it right.
Yeah.
And will tell you how you're going to wear it because
yes.
that crease doesn't fit your head or your face.
Oh, lovely. Thanks, Sanford.
What?
Apparently, I'm being drafted in the Huns. I got to check on that.
Go forth and sin no more.
Nancy, she blocks them by hand.
Everything.
Everything is done by hand.
They do need to be cleaned because, mine just need to be hand cleaned this time. Last year, after somebody threw a tire onto it, never mind. Anyway, when somebody threw a tire onto my hat, my good Stetson, it took a little more than just a hand cleaning.
Yeah. Rotate the oil. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you should have a hat band in the hat.
Oh yeah. After that, somebody was trying to be helpful when I was changing a tire.
Yeah.
And because I had to get under the pickup, I'd taken my hat off and I put it inside the bed because we're in North Texas and there's wind. I didn't want to chase my Stetson. That's Stetson Carson.
Yeah.
My favorite hat of all time is a pinch front Carson. Anyway, I had it in the bed so I didn't have to chase the damn thing. So Goofus, who was trying to give me a hand, when I was putting the new tire on, grabbed the older one and threw it in the bed of my truck. And I almost cried. I almost beat his ass.
Joel, these are actual felt hats.
Felt.
They sell primarily Stetsons and Rodeo King and Resistol.
Resistol. My workaday hat, after that happened, my daily wear is a Rodeo King, so it's not quite so bad because, man, somebody crunches your Stetson under a truck tire, it hurts.
Yes, it does, Nancy. The period liners, and that's something a lot of people don't realize, is that cowboy hats are normally lined in the top.
Yeah, they have to be.
Yeah.
I would say have to be, but.
Well, the quality ones are. There is a difference. You and I both know that.
Why would you wear one that wasn't lined?
Because they don't know any better.
No point.
And yes, Sanford, it would be worth visiting it.
There's two shops that I absolutely, for hats. One is Husky Hat Company. The Browse shop used to be the other one, but they folded. And then there's a custom. I like Stetsons. There's a custom hat maker on Courthouse Square in Decatur.
Yeah.
That it's not Stetson, it's a custom hat, and they will do you right. But holy gods, you're going to shuck through the slices for those.
Yeah, those are $500-600 hats.
Oh, at least.
Yeah. The Rodeo Kings.
My beater Rodeo King was $90 when I bought it.
Yeah.
because my like I said, my
Well, that was probably a 3X.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
it's it's one that I won't mind if somebody when I was at Folks Scuffle, um, and the sheriff told me that I had to have a hat because I looked too young, so I had to have a hat. I drove all the way to Itchy Paw from Amarillo to Husky Hat Company so that Miss Stanley could fit me for a hat. And I didn't tell her it was a working hat. I pointed at one I thought looked good, which happened to be Stetson Carson, and she fitted the pinch front, which drives people up here nuts because North Texas and
Yes.
West Texas, they're not pinch front territory.
No.
It's cattleman crease,
Yes.
but I like a pinch front. So I went for 2 years, and Big Mama got no. I was arresting Big Mama, and Opal got irritated, and she wasn't going to take a swipe at me because we had settled the hash there, and she knew if she took a swipe at me, it hurt. So in the middle of the tussle with Big Mama, my hat fell off. And after I got her hooked up and jammed in the back of the cruiser, I looked over, and Opal, all 400 pounds of her, had just got done dancing the Watusi on my $240 Carson Stetson.
Yeah. Akubras are good
Akubra?
hats.
Akubras are great. Australian.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Borsalinos are good. Joel, Hampton Roads, that's a damn good question.
I wouldn't know.
God, I don't know who. I don't know anybody on the East Coast anymore that does good hats.
I never did know anybody.
Yeah.
Sanford, Stetson has what they used to call their gun club collection, and they have a crushable wool called the Dune, which is a good travel hat. I think you'd probably like. The Katera, Stetson Katera, is also a good pinch front, but it tends to be a little spendy.
Yeah.
If you're rough on your hats, and I'm a little rough on my hat, witness, some numpty flinging a tire on top of it. Rodeo King makes a Katera simulation that's not half bad.
Oh, that's a good point, Joel. Anywhere with an Orthodox Jewish community, I did not think about that.
Definitely, New York City, that would entail actually traveling to New York City, and I don't see that happening anytime soon.
I think.
Yep. I remember when Rita gave him that hat. The dove gray, she gave him a brown one too.
Yeah.
Resistol is still a good hat.
Yeah.
I just like Stetson better.
Yeah, they're now owned by Stetson.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Resistol made their bones with straws.
Mm-hmm.
Resistol never did beavers or felts. No.
Well, I know George Strait wears Resistol felts pretty much all the time.
Pinch front the cattleman's crown, yeah.
I've got a because if you're law enforcement in Texas, you need to have a silver belly with cattleman's crown. I've got a really good silver belly with a cattleman's crown that it's still in the hat box.
Yeah.
And I only wear it on special occasions.
Yeah, Christopher, Akubras are good. I was down in Australia, looked at the price on them and went, oh, shit. Oh. Never mind. I got hats at home. Besides, I did not want to try to travel from Perth back to D.C. with a hat box.
No.
Because that would have not been good. And they did not have any of the good hat boxes out there at the time.
Mm. Well,
so I'm thinking to myself, cardboard box through 3 different airports? No.
Don't. If you've got a good hat, don't put it in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Husky, Miss Stanley's got a just stacks and stacks of good hat boxes.
Yeah, Resistol 3Xs in the 70s were good hats. I've got one that's probably 20 years old. It's still in good shape. Whole family friend had a Resistol. It was probably 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It was broke down the front, the back, and on the sides.
If you have a good quality felt hat and you take care of it and have it cleaned, and you listen when Miss Stanley yells at you for putting it on wrong.
Yeah.
Jim.
Well, the one that Glenn had was no straw.
Yeah.
And his wife kept throwing it away, and he kept getting it out of the trash and putting it back on.
For me, straw hat's good for about a season.
Yeah.
Husky's got 4 or 5 of my straw hats because I'll go in and say, I want one just like this.
Yeah.
Exactly like this. And they'll go, really? And then they'll go and find one, they'll beat it into shape, and then I'll give them my old one, and it's probably a stack of, holy crap, what do you do to these in the back somewhere?
Oh, well, it's like the one that she's got on display there.
The dog ate?
Yeah, the dog ate. Yes. The thing you have to remember with dogs, which apparently the owner did not, got a brand new Stetson. It was 2 weeks old, and he put it down by the fireplace like he did everything else, and the dog proceeded to eat it.
Oh yeah, it's beaver felt. That's what they're gonna do. Are you wondering? Are you gonna?
Yes, I got to take this one.
Gonna abandon it again? What the hell?
Hello. Hey, baby.
But the what Stetson used to call the Gun Club collection. I don't think they call it Gun Club anymore. Has a nice selection of mid-range, good quality hats. The Dune is a good pinch front. Bush hog is right. Yeah. I wear mine. It's in Texas, and I'm a redhead. And my dermatologist really likes the fact that I wear a hat now. Matter of fact, I wear a hat because my dermatologist said you better start wearing one. And I wear my straw hat in Texas summer pretty much daily. And I don't care how good the sweatband is in a straw hat, it gets a little gnarly by the end of the summer. Let's see. I don't have my. I've got my new straw here. I don't have my rodeo king, but I like the little extra stuff that happens. It gives the hat character. As long as as long as it's not, smoking a hole blown through the crown. I've had that happen actually. As long as the little things, the little dents, the little scratch scuffs, and little nibbles are make that hat yours. And more than once in Amarillo, I would have gone into a restaurant, and one of the weird things about here is the restaurants don't have hat racks or hat stands, which really boggles my mind. But Amarillo, you walk in and cowboys, please hang your hat. So you hang your hat, and oftentimes the scuffs in the crown are how you pick out your hat from the other 14 on the hat rack, unless of course like me, you have a pinch front when everybody else has a cattleman's crown. Let's see what we got here. Tilly's a good hat company. It's not the Western style I like. My hat wearing really took off in the Panhandle, and I like a Western style, but I like the pinch front, so it's more of a Western fedora. Um, the sheriff at Bug Scuffle made the comment, and if Holly's on here, I had her when I first told her this, she giggled for half an hour. Um, Called me goth cowboy because we didn't have money for uniforms. My take-home pay at the time was $999 and some change. I forget how much a change was a month, and that was take-home. And I had $300 worth of rent, so I didn't have. Once I got everything else paid for, I didn't have enough money for uniforms. So what I did was I had a pair of black Wranglers because I could wear them anywhere, and a selection of Wrangler brush popper shirts, and a black Wrangler denim vest that I would pin the badge to. And I had a black pinch front Stetson, didn't know any better, so it had a silver concho hat band on it. Um, and I would, that was me. Here I am, as people have pointed out, I'm a little pale. I was paler then than I am now. And I would have this black Stetson with the silver conchos, black vest with a gold badge on it, and a brush popper shirt, black Wranglers, and black cowboy boots. And the sheriff referred to me as Goth Cowboy. Yes, Holly.
If
The
the shoe fits.
first time I told her that, she giggled for half an hour.
Sorry about that. Daughter's called. Have to take those.
Oh, and I would, because I was wearing contacts at the time, I had a pair of the old Gargoyle Helios oval sunglasses in black. Um, it was a good idea. Black makes you look a little bigger, and Lord knows I need to look a little bigger than I actually am. I ain't that big, folks. Um, Friend of mine, Matt Guest, is a shaved Sasquatch.
Yeah.
And I have another friend, Daryl Walton, who's yet another shaved Sasquatch. And they always look at me and ask why I got into so many fights.
Well, they're both 6'8".
Yeah, they're both 6'8" to 6'10", and they take off the cruiser and said, "Get out of it." And it's like, why do you get in so many fights, Ian? Because I'm a average height, light framed male, and people look at YouTube monsters, and I am not fighting that. They look at me and go, "I like my odds."
Daryl couldn't even get in the
No,
Chargers.
nope, he couldn't. You couldn't get him into a Charger with a can of axle grease and a shoehorn.
Oh, yeah, he does have a forceful personality at times. Yes, we've all noticed that.
And yet during the spring and fall, I had a black canvas duster just to make it even better.
Oh, speaking of dusters, Brennan Hankins.
What's he done this time?
I was chatting with Brennan a couple of weeks ago, and was talking about some of the mantras and memes that got started over in the sandbox and downrange.
Okay.
Turns out he's one of them.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
No God, no.
Because he was wearing his duster downrange with his cowboy hat.
Why not?
Yeah. And apparently that became a thing. So he is actually a meme in
Oh wow.
the downrange portion.
Yeah, it was '93, and I had a .357 revolver. So Goth Cowboy, and Hatch had just come out with their first Kevlar line gloves. So here I am, a long sleeve brush popper shirt with a black vest and black Hatch Kevlar line gloves. Goth Cowboy seemed to work.
Local Deputy 6'9". Yeah. He's probably in a SUV that's specially built with no cage in it. That's the one Daryl's got. It has no cage in it.
Because the seats run all the way back.
Well, the seat, didn't they actually modify the seat rail for him?
I think they did. It was Dodge Durango was the first one that he could
even come close to getting
into.
Good point, Jason.
But I don't care how drunk you are. You look at the chocolate mousse, and Daryl's the chocolate mousse.
Yeah.
He's huge, and every cent. I mean, the man is huge. His wife is tiny. Yeah. Boy, she runs that family.
Oh yeah.
We love Sandra. She is a sweetheart. But you watch Daryl take off his cruiser in a fight, and everybody goes, "Ooh,
yeah,
damn!" I don't care how drunk you are. You're not going to take a swing at Daryl or Matt either, for that matter.
Oh, remember Matt talking about the drunk swinging at him. He had his hand on top of his head.
First time I ever saw Daryl Walton, I walked into jail my first day, and I walked past one of the intox tanks, and this bloody huge black man, huge black guy, had to duck to get through the sliders, had his hand on somebody's forehead while the guy's swinging at him like this, and he's just stripping his clothes off.
Yes, John, we got the blue memo. Don't ask me how.
I watched Daryl one time reach in and the man's got hams for hands, and he grabbed some guy by the face. And it was like a face hugger from Aliens. His fingers, his sausages, he has for fingers all the way around, and he extracted him through the window by the face. Like, woohoo!
Yeah, first one on the scene, the last one out of the car. That's pretty much true for both of them.
Yeah, we used to tell Daryl that he was the meat shield.
Yes, Jonna, we have said the reason that it's not changed is we're not touching your stuff, and it won't get changed until you get back here.
We called Daryl the meat shield because we were going to hide behind him if it was a shooting. It's like,
Well,
oh, guys,
poor guy's wearing a 3X vest and it doesn't cover
it doesn't
anything.
cover anything.
Uh, yeah. Jonna, we've got you a sale. I think Jet wants to buy the quilt cover. If you want to give him your actual email, that would probably help. We tried to come up with it.
Not sure we did it right,
Yeah.
but we tried. Let me spell the email.
I doubt it. We probably gave you the one, Jet.
It happens.
That's our fault.
It happens.
But
we need to hang about right here.
Yeah.
The email address.
Yeah.
Just
put it right in the middle.
Safety pin it to the. What size is that quilt top? About that big.
Yeah. Big enough. Land's having flashbacks. Yeah, no comment.
What land?
Because of the quilt top.
Oh. No, he did. He reached in, got a hold of the guy's face. And...
Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to be back tomorrow, Jonna. It's some poor stranger's getting emails and all confused. Who do I need to smack, John? J. Hayden Creative, yeah. Oh, that might be why. J. Hayden, not J. No.
We did say J. Hayden Creators.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever. On your right. For being... Oh! I'm working on it. Every time I get started writing, something pops up and on the right.
Yeah, you will write after we finish this.
I will get back to it. I was writing before we started this. I'll be writing after. I wind up having to do stuff. It's really annoying me.
Yeah, other right. Yeah.
We're giving you a shout out for suing pirates, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, you missed it earlier, John. There's a Ms. Devine. Miranda Devine got her books not pirated.
Counterfeited like a son
Counterfeited.
Like a son of a gun.
Yeah. Yes, Courtney.
Oh, the siren in the background. Yeah. Yes, sirens still get my attention. I'm working on that.
Yeah.
It's 26 years. Sirens just get my attention.
Thank you,
RK.
Oh, speaking of which, if anybody knows anybody at Black Rifle Coffee, let us know.
I've been trying to get somebody's email and I keep getting bots.
Yeah.
John Burke's the same way. If anybody's got John Burke's email address, he's Shell Shocked CBD down at Richardson.
Yeah.
Both Black Rifle and Shell Shocked have a really good veterans PTSD outreach.
Yeah.
And I sure would like to ask if they would at least give our book one little plug.
Yeah. Now, John, what they did to her was they misspelled her name on purpose, and it was about half the page count of the actual book.
It was 100 pages short, $1 more, and came out the day before hers did.
Yeah, and only on Amazon. And then there were 8 summaries of her book sold on Amazon, including one by Sam Summary.
No, they're not even trying anymore.
No.
Who's Lady Lark?
Courtney.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, that makes me feel dumb.
I had to ask. I don't feel bad. We get people popping in here and I'm going,
yeah. It's like the old days of the internet. Who the hell are you?
Yeah. Yeah, taglines. Remember those?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, remember taglines yeah.
Oh, Stocking Mill Coffee. Okay. I will check on them later, Nancy. Thank you.
Stocking Mill. Okay.
Jet, she have basically no recourse.
No.
They took the book down, but that's all they can do. And they can't get the money
The
back.
thing is the fake book, the 100-page short book went to number 9
Yeah.
on Amazon. I mean, it was a bestseller at number 9, and Amazon apparently has finally taken the book down. It took them a while to do that, and refunded people that bought it, refunded their money, but that's a crap ton of royalties that Miranda Devine will never get a hold of.
Yeah. Christopher, we will try to figure out who Aaron Clary is. Is he at Black Rifle? I seem to think he is.
Who's Aaron Clary? Aaron. Sounds about right.
Oh, that ain't good, RK. Yeah, Christopher, John has already done that, and he won the case.
But the Miranda Devine thing, that's on her.
Yeah.
It's just one more. I keep telling people, I did a post on this a little while ago, that authors, writers are some of the most parasitized and, just people glom on to authors.
Yeah.
And apparently everybody thinks that authors got money coming out their ears and they won't miss money being stolen from them, because there are people lining up to scam authors and steal their stuff.
Yeah. Well, we've already talked about that multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
2 of the vehicles, brush fire tankers. Yeah, you got a brush fire. Okay. Thanks, Christopher.
But if you know of any veterans organizations that are big on the PTSD, shoot us an email or something, or contact them on your own. Either way is fine. I believe enough in this book that I wrote my story in it for a reason. I believe enough in this book that I actually do believe it will help people.
Yes.
So I would, you can't help people if they don't read it.
Yeah. And we're picking up more. We're getting more reviews now, and the reviews are
crucial.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the stars count. Would you click on? Yeah. I don't know if the stars count. If you just give it 5 stars, thank you very much. But I kind of like to be able to read and see if somebody's got an issue with what I wrote.
Yeah.
If somebody's got suggestions about how it can be done better. It's a little thing. That's just.
Yeah. I mean, and you go look at the reviews, and they're all positive.
Somebody gave us 4 stars. Everybody else has been 5 stars. Yeah. Somebody gave us a 4-star review. That one right there.
Yeah. Well, and and I see his point.
Yeah.
It's his review says this is not an entertaining book. The stories were great, and the author showed great imagination creating them, but it was not written to be entertainment alone. It's insight into the way people with PTSD think and react, with good stories to bring that home, and it does it very well. I have a friend with PTSD, and I now have a tiny insight into what he's thinking. And I'm certain
it's kind of what we were going for.
And I am certainly a lot more sympathetic and maybe can be a better friend.
Kind of, it's part of what we were going for.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not just about combat vets. So
if y'all will send a flare up Cedar's way, she's liable to have a start on a second book. She was batting around a second book later on, much later on.
Yeah.
Focused more on the first responder rather than combat vets.
Yeah. Well, Jet, you're probably right, but having gotten a few 1-star reviews.
I love 1-star reviews.
Yeah, they sell books.
I love 1-star review. I really like when we did spot reps for Peter Nealon.
Yes.
Somebody came by and opened up his Urban Dictionary and proceeded to puke Urban Dictionary all over the review. Give us a 1-star. And I was reading it going, I don't know what any of these words mean.
Yeah, we kind of broadcast that one on our blogs and sold another couple of hundred
Yeah, we
copies.
did.
Uh, yeah, Jet, some of them are going to. Uh, yeah, I love my one stars. Yeah,
Yeah, one stars. Like I said, that one guy that puked Urban Dictionary
yeah,
all over the reviews sold a crap ton of books. He sold more than the 5 stars did.
yeah,
God, that man was an idiot.
yeah. Too much talking and too much sex.
I don't have that issue.
No, you're writing basically space romance. What do they think they're going to get?
But no, the ones and Amazon needs to have a better response. They make enough money, and you can write some decent algorithms. Amazon needs to have a response. The 1 stars that absolutely piss me off, I mean, I get cross, are the showed up with a torn cover, 1 star. What?
Yeah,
That's not my damn fault.
yeah. Now, Jonna, we're not getting any problems
Not at
down
all.
here that we're aware of.
Not at all. But you know, we get 1 stars like showed up with a torn cover, or for completely BS reasons. If
Yeah,
the review needs to be about the book, not the fact you got it, showed up late.
yeah,
1 star, showed up late. Really? I couldn't help that. I didn't send the damn thing.
yeah. Sean, that's interesting. They Because the publisher removed a bunch of images they didn't have the electronic rights for. Huh? That publisher screwed that up. That was not on her.
I got a 1 star on the first Law Dog Files because it was a book about it's all cop stories.
Yeah.
This is cop stories. 1 star. Yeah,
Well, I got a 1 star for vignettes.
because it was short stories.
Yeah, that was the complaint. This book's a bunch of short stories. Duh, the title is vignettes,
Vignette is a short story.
which means short story. I didn't order it and it didn't come. 1 star, horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Thanks, Koala.
That happens. Yeah. I like this book, but it showed up with a torn cover. 1 star. What the hell, guys? Not y'all. Y'all don't do it. Yeah, exactly. The Law Dog title. And I'm here to tell you that anybody that bought that book on the first run knew what they were buying.
Yeah, out. That's a good question. uh,
The Law Dog Files got a badge on the front. On the back, it says "Stories from a Small Town Cop." Oh my God, this book's full of cop stories. 1 star. What the hell?
Steph, I don't think they knew enough to look up the definition of vignettes.
It's not just that people are stupid; it's that they're mean. People, 1 star reviews are proof that people are mean.
Yeah, Courtney, I've gotten that one on both of my latest novellas.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
It's too short. 3 stars.
This short story is a short story. 1 star. What the hell?
Yeah. Mean and lazy. Yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm.
Cookbook reviews. Oh,
yeah. You got a 1 star cut on your short story because it was a short story.
Yeah, I remember that.
This 99-cent short story is a short story. 1 star. What the?
It's vinaigrette, not vignette. But again, people don't know.
Yeah, we got a 1 star on spot reps.
Yeah.
The one 1 star that annoyed me on spot reps was these short stories didn't have anything to do with each other.
They weren't supposed to.
They weren't following coherent plot line. Really?
Yeah, the story behind spot reps is kind of interesting, though.
You suckered me into that one. That's what I get for not going to LTUE.
We were, myself, Pete Nealon, and Larry were standing in the hallway after one of the panels. And we were
giving a hallway panel like you do.
Giving a hallway panel
like you do
on intelligence and the cartels and the southern border. And we sat out there for an hour and had about 30 people clustered around us. And I brought up Peter was in the process of writing a series, and Peter is a combat vet, Marine sniper, did time downrange, active duty, now does time downrange as a contractor, and was doing this new series called Maelstrom about the what?
Gordon.
That's all right, Gordon.
Oh, no, that's perfectly okay. That's kind of the reason why I do it.
At least he's not trying to climb over the back of the chair this
I
time.
have gotten better. I've gotten better.
uh, so I jokingly said to Peter, what we ought to do is do a series of short stories in your world. And Larry went, I'm in.
Larry does that.
And we kind of looked at each other. And within 24 hours, we had 10 authors. 9 of the 10 of us were combat vets. The only one that wasn't was Larry. And Ian gets a phone call.
Yep.
I'm still in Salt Lake City. So, oh, by the way, you're in an anthology.
What?
And I get this, what?
I'm what?
And you got 3 weeks to write it. What?
I got it in 3 days.
Yeah.
I had 2 in 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason, I actually got that one too. Not because it was the Gray Man series with space aliens. It was the fact that it wasn't the Gray Man series from 1946 by a different author.
I do usually have trouble with his sci-fi series. He called it RimWorld.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell him. Reed and I were giggled for 2 days because I think there's a computer game called RimWorld, which spawns some books, genre books.
Didn't know that.
And we giggled.
You never told me.
I wasn't going to. Why do I have you change that?
Asshole. Yes, we remembered the power cord this time. It may be YouTube. It may be us. I don't know.
We're not running anything else.
No.
That's probably YouTube.
Yeah.
Because John has got a very large pipe coming in here. No, it's.
Yeah, Richard, I got hit for that one too. It wasn't Greg Lensman.
Ouch.
Whoever, I don't remember who gave me that particular review, but they had to be an old fart because that was.
Yeah, Lensman's fairly.
Yeah, that was Doc Smith.
Doc Smith.
Yes.
Spot Reps was the one where I got chewed out because Arabs don't talk that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's somebody that they send me emails from a VPN, and it's the email is random series of letters at something.
Yeah.
I forget, Proton Mail or something like that.
Yeah.
And they have a real case of the hips about me and Arabs. They really have a case of the hips about me and Arabs.
Yeah. Well, the problem is you actually know Arabs. You grew up in that part of the world.
Well, it's they're on my Facebook because they're either a friend of mine or a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
Maybe a friend of a friend. I'm going to get them chased down one of these days because they sent me a 3-page screed. I had this Facebook thing where I got ambushed by. There briefly in the winter there was this brief phase where young college girls were trying to embarrass people into wearing masks by getting in front of them and walking in front of them and spitting word salad at them, asking dumb questions about why you're not wearing a mask just over and over and over and over again. And I had a schmog on wrapped as a scarf, and she got off on this, while I wasn't, I could wear it covering my mouth while I wasn't covering my mouth, yada 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 yada. And it was just basically, it was supposed to shame you into, or to get them to shut up. You put on your mask. And I said that I wasn't Bedouin. I wasn't Bedou, which is how I learned when I learned that, Bedouins were Bedu.
Yeah.
And I got a 3-page screed about how that wasn't the case.
Oh, the
And
feed just went out. Well, the question is it us? Is it YouTube?
what the hell is the log4j thing? I've been seeing that pop up everywhere.
I don't know.
We're still here.
No?
Hey, we're still
Yeah.
here. Anyway, he, it, whatever. Random characters from Proton Mail sent me a 3-page screed. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was slobber on that person's keyboard by the time they were done, or spittle fat foam or something. Yeah, holy gods! Now I think it's a friend of a friend. Somebody out there, you've got a psychotic East Coast friend somewhere.
If they're living on the East Coast, that's probably why they're psychotic.
Wow. Because oh my God, wow! Like I said, it was a 3-page, just capital letters and run together words, and somebody was losing their tiny little mind.
Oh, speaking of losing their tiny little mind, apparently because Tunnel to Towers is taking care of the family of the CO of
Tunnel. I thought you said tongue to towers. My
No.
mind went really bad places. Okay.
is taking care of the family of the CO of Team 8 that died in the crash or in the trading accident 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
They're apparently melting down over that.
Why?
Why would you help a full commander? Why? They don't need help.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Yeah. Patch or remedy. Okay, server reboots. Aha. That explains something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Most major vulnerability. Woohoo!
Another major vulnerability, as if we don't have enough of those already.
Yeah, I got hit twice. It was last winter, and it's these college age girls, and they would right in front of you, walking backwards, firing off this word salad about why you're not wearing a mask, and please explain this, and yada yada yada, just high velocity memorized word salad. Holy gods, annoying.
When the NPC tries to talk to you, look for the X button. Yeah. And now we're buffering.
We're getting shadow banned.
Yep. Well, we've almost made it an hour. Do we try for another 3 minutes, or do we
why
give
not?
up?
Why not?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do it, and they can watch it on the and it's back.
Yeah.
They can watch it on replay because
apparently,
apparently, God only knows the number of people are actually watching stuff on the record later.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, jeez. I wonder if it's directed at this particular feed. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to say that no, it couldn't. But unfortunately, now that Facebook has admitted in court documents that their bullshit fact checkers are opinions.
Well, in fact, and Facebook's already kicked us off anyway.
Yeah. Facebook was shadow banning us there for a long time.
Yeah. Well, we may have to go to a podcast, do away with our shining faces.
No. Is there an alternative to YouTube that actually is neutral? Does anybody know about a YouTube alternative that doesn't go through the Ministry of Chinese State Security and B is actually politically neutral?
Oh! That's the other thing. That was the other thing I want to talk about.
Well, fire away.
It's surreal when sentences get skipped. Yeah. Rumble. That's it.
What's Rumble?
There was an international Zoom meeting a couple of days ago.
If you're using Zoom, you're going through the Chinese Ministry of State Security.
Yeah. But the interesting part was one of the ministers from Taiwan was giving a presentation.
I heard about that. Oh, no, this wasn't any Zoom meeting. This was at President Biden's Democracy Summit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she is giving a presentation on international policy and throws up a chart that has Taiwan as green and Communist China as red.
If I remember correctly, it was a relative freedoms in various countries.
Yes. And all of a sudden, the screen goes blank and she goes away.
Yeah.
And then it comes back with an audio feed
Audio.
only of her and her picture with no maps, no text, no
And
nothing.
the White House and State Department said, oh, that was a technical issue. Unfortunately, they forgot to brief the people they had pull the plug.
Yeah. And it came out today that it was a State Department official who directed that they pull the plug on
Yep.
her.
Yep. Forgot to. That's the. I miss the competent idiot politics.
Yeah.
I don't mind the dirty politics that are competent. I expect that. Africa, I grew up in Africa. And
Yeah.
the Middle East, I expect my politics to be dirty but competent. The Biden White House has dirty politics and they're not competent at it,
Yeah.
and that's just sad.
Yeah, Jet, they did track down an individual at state who actually gave the order. Not sure if that came directly from Biden or not, but at least we know for sure that state was the one that did it. Now, if they did it on direction, yeah, probably.
State doesn't. The current state doesn't do anything without direction from the White House.
Yeah.
State Department. I made this comment. I don't know if I made it here. I made this comment on Facebook some days ago. The CIA child predator thing is disgusting, and it's been going on for a long time, and people need to be shot over it. However, I'm here to tell you, and you can mark this down on the calendar with a red letter, that when State Department finally coughs up their predators, it's going to be game changing.
Yeah.
Because State Department is full of child predators.
Yep. Yeah, a guy I went through AOCS with went to S3s. And when the S3s went away, he got told, you no longer have a place in the Navy. So he got out and became DSS.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And he was the assistant DSS in South America.
Ooh.
Yeah. And basically he got short toured down there because he caught the ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than,
I think I may know that guy.
Yeah, do anything to the ambassador, they just pulled him out. And he got the prestigious position of head of state security, of diplomatic security services for Hanoi.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Well,
and take his wife with him.
There are certain duty stations. State Department used to, I don't know if they still do, used to require out of 4 years, you had to spend 3 years on out of CONUS, outside the U.S. at a foreign embassy in a foreign country. Required to do 3 years, and it was cornbread hell getting people to actually do their 3 years because they all wanted to do duty at State Department at Foggy Bottom or at Houston or something like that. They didn't want to go overseas. Then you had the ones that you couldn't get out of Sri Lanka or Thailand.
Yeah.
And somebody with a silenced pistol and a blackjack needs to very quietly go through those duty stations and make people disappear.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing, while Rich was back, before they could process him through to Vietnam, he was state security DSS at Foggy Bottom.
Oh, God, I feel so sorry.
And had a political director come in there and tell him that he was going to have CNN in his office. And Rich said, no, you're not. You are in a secure facility in your area. You will not have CNN. Yes, I will. No, you will not. He said, for some reason, they shipped him out 3 months early.
I was at a training with some federal agents a long time ago, and I went to a bar with some DSS types and got to drinking. And oh my God, the stories just, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Right. There are ambassadors that need to get shot.
Yeah. Okay, I think, well, we've gone 4 minutes over, so.
Okay, then.
Maybe between all of it, you'll get roughly an hour. I apologize, folks. Sorry it has not worked as advertised today.
Apparently it's YouTube.
Yeah. Rumble and BitChute. We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, we'll try this again.
Does that mean we've got to be professional about this crap?
Shit. Well, we haven't been since the get-go, so why start?
point.
I mean, yeah, never mind. All right. Anyway, we'll try this again Thursday, and we'll have Jonna back, so there'll be a different background.
That y'all can buy.
Yes. Thanks, folks. We appreciate your chat.
If you buy the quilt tops, it keeps the widestream internet going. So buy the quilt tops.
Oh, God. All right, folks. Remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. We'll see you Thursday.
Y'all be safe.
Bye.